First year, it was really, really fun. There was parties going on all the time and meeting new people and being in a new city as well. Basically had vodka and MDMA for breakfast. I was just having a good time all the time, party girl sort of thing. The night that it happened, there was a party. Everyone was having a great time. Everyone was absolutely smashed. There was a lot of, people getting with each other. So I was in absolute state. I was like falling over. I couldn't really walk on my own. I got brought up to bed with a security guard, one of my friends, and the girl. She was just a person in my student accommodation. She didn't pose a threat to me. Security left. It was just her and my male friend in my room. And I was passed out on the bed and she started to kiss me. And the guy said to her, she's way too drunk, she's passed out, like that's not a good idea. Apparently, in his words, she looked around and smiled at him and just carried on. So he left to go and get other people and he told them basically what was happening. Everybody rushed to my room, but the door was locked. And I remember hearing people banging on the door. And after that, it's a little bit blurry. Sorry. After I found out, I felt dirty. Sorry. Oh God, sorry. I just wanted to shower and just get the smell off me for starters. I could smell her still. The assumption is always that it's guys on girls when it comes to sexual assault and rape, and I think because it was a girl in this situation, a lot of my friends didn't take it seriously at first, and a lot of them specifically changed their mind after I said to them, what would you say if it was a man that had done this to me? And that was what sort of made them realise, whether it's girl on girl, girl on boy, boy on girl, boy on boy, it doesn't matter the genders of who's involved. If there's no consent, then it is assault or rape. When it came to contacting the police, I wasn't sure at first if I wanted to. They said that she would be arrested, and it got to a point after thinking about it, even though she was in the wrong, I still had that guilt of having everything taken away from her. I just wanted to move on and forget about it, and I couldn't do that if I constantly had to be speaking to the police about it. And eventually I dropped the charges because I didn't want any more lives to be ruined because of that night. I don't think at the time she realised how bad it was what she was doing. A lot of people that cross the line when it comes to consent don't realise that they have, because it's a bit of a grey area to a lot of people. The education system needs to put more focus on teaching people what consent is and how just because somebody hasn't said no, that doesn't mean that you have their consent. So now I'm on the other side of the country at a different university. In order to move on myself, I had to forgive her in a sense. I'll never fully forgive her for what she did, but part of me had to, so I could move on with it myself. So now, all I can say is that I hope nothing like that happens to her, and I hope it doesn't take something like that happening to her for her to realise how bad it was.